Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening and welcome to the 25th presentation of the Geelong Racehorse of the Year, brought to you by the Thoroughbred Club of Geelong. My name is Tom King, Vice President of the club, and once again we find ourselves in strange times. These COVID times mean we've had to do this remotely, and unfortunately these presentations won't take place in person as they have done in the past. We thought when we brought this to you in 2020 that we would be coming back together in 2021. The world hasn't played out that way, and unfortunately we celebrate the best of racing in Geelong as part of a Zoom or a presentation similar on video tonight. So we hope you enjoy what we've got to bring to you. It's not a long night or a long presentation. You might not be necessarily watching this at night, but this presentation will take place in a very short period of time. Only 3 awards to present tonight. We have the Owners Award, we have the James Wilson Trainers Award, and of course the BUXTON Geelong Racehorse of the Year. But this is the 25th edition of the Geelong Racehorse of the Year Awards, and we've had some absolute crackers over the journey. Let's have a little bit of a look back at who was saluted in Geelong Racing's biggest award.
It's Royal Snack and Count Shivers. Royal Snack and Count Shivers, with Royal Snack going home a shade the better with his lighter weight, and Royal Snack wins it.
Royal Caliph's gone to the front here. Lord Dresden on the inside. Wider out with Silverglade, but Royal Caliph's in front and the favourites home.
Now coming at them, Spectrum, Scandinavia and Spectrum go to the line. George Hanlon takes the Goodwood Spectrum.
Diatribe is after it. It's Diatribe moving to a line. They're going stride for stride. Diatribe takes the lead, and Diatribe wins the stud stakes. Diatribe is clear. Diatribe in front of front, and Diatribe, George has won it at last. Rain Gauge on the outside going up to Rum. Rain Gauge has taken the lead from Rum, then Perlevic. Rain Gauge in front, and Rain Gauge gets up to win. Now Elwood's starting to fly, and further out is Core Meyer. Badgerswood in front. Elwood's got it though. Elwood racing up to Badgerswood, and Elwood gets up to win. Crafty Cruiser about a half in front. Martin Bass lunging at him. Crafty Cruiser got in by a nick.
Umber on the outside of our Smoking Joe. Umber the outside in Costa Legend working home well. Umber in front. Umber wins the Breezies.
Laser Sharp takes the lead, the favourite in the derby. He's coming clear for Brad Wawilla. Laser Sharp goes on to score. Laser Sharp first.
But Sartorius kicks in. He saw him coming, laid his ears back and kicks away. He's too good. It's Sartorius finishing hard along the inside. Takes the lead now from Epical and Queenstown. And Sartorius, a class ride, wins it by a length and a half. And London Fog hanging on. He's going to be too strong, London Fog. He's in front and wins. At him, Wells comes to the last. He jumped it perfectly. Get out of your seats. It is Wells for the QLS National. What a wonderful display. In an epic duel, Wells is a champion jumper. Mamsell Test moving up to Bam's on Fire, takes the lead. There's a mare with a big heart. Bam's on Fire, can't hold her, and Mamsell Test wins it.
What a great look back on 25 years of wonderful winners of the Geelong Racehorse of the Year. Diatribe, Rain Gauge, of course, those Hanlon years, absolutely sensational. And of course, we think of the late, great George Hanlon on a night like tonight. And of course, last year, a very worthy winner in Mamsell Test. Tonight, we're coming to you from the Sir Charles Hotham Hotel in Geelong, a great sponsor this year of course, the Thoroughbred Club of Geelong. The race day that we had earlier this year, of course, brought to you by the Sir Charles Hotham. The pub that we stand in today, built in 1927. They've been on this site for 150 years, but since 1927, they've been in this current building. And of course, that was the year Victorian King won the Geelong Cup, and it was the first time that a Geelong Cup winner was owned by a woman. That woman, Rita Buxton. She married into the Buxton real estate family, and that Buxton real estate family, of course, Buxton, great supporters of the Thoroughbred Club of Geelong, and of course bring you the BUXTON Geelong Racehorse of the Year. Time now to present our first award of the evening, and it is the Owners Award, and the winner this year with 59 points, thanks to a wonderful horse in Valentine, trained by Vinnie Milady. Great season, is Josh Young. Congratulations to Josh. And now it's time to hear from Josh himself.
Thanks, Kingy. Hi, everyone. On behalf of myself and the other owners, we're very thrilled to win this very prestigious award. Looking back at some of the previous winners, we're a very esteemed company, especially taking it off Salesy and JLD last year with Hums, and to the other nominations as well. There were some pretty good horses on that list, and it's a great honour to knock them off this year. I'd like to thank Vin and his team for the great job they do with the Hammer. That's our horse's nickname. Once they got him fit and up to his right trip, he was a model of consistency. That obviously showed in the voting. Only had a couple of head-scratching runs in amongst there, which was a little bit frustrating, and a couple of frustrating rides that probably cost him another win or two. Probably the highlight of the season was his last start win at Royal Casterton. Laura Lafferty rode him beautifully, took him straight to the front, kicked away on the turn and held on by a length. Unfortunately, after that, he sustained a little setback, and that sort of derailed his preparation. So Vin tipped him out, and he's due back very soon. So hopefully we can go back to back. Thanks to Rob and the committee for obviously putting on the award and all they do for the club throughout the year. Obviously in very tough times at the moment, and unfortunately we can't be here tonight to celebrate it. But hopefully we're back on course soon and back to catching up at the races. And last but not least, go Valentine. Cheers.
Well done, Josh. Congratulations again on being our Owners Award winner for season 2021. Let's have a look at the final table, and it was Josh finishing on top, 59 points with Valentine. 2 firsts, 4 seconds, 2 thirds, a fourth and a fifth is a very consistent season. Declares War finishing second for Simon Farrell with 4 wins, had a wonderful year. And then Debbie Kingshot rounding out the top 3 with 46 points, 2 wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds and a fourth for the Mockingbird. Last year's winner, Hums, finishing in 6th spot with 43 points for John Davies and Stephen Sells. Couple of wins for the consistent Hums. But well done to Josh Young, the winner of our Owners Award for season 2020-21. Ladies and gentlemen, time now to present our second award of the evening, and it is the James Wilson Trainers Award. And of course, James Wilson, massive influence, of course, on racing in the early days in Geelong, and the first owner, of course, of the wonderful St Albans stud. And we know about its history and how intrinsically linked it is to racing in Geelong. And there's a wonderful book about racing in Geelong that our President Rob Windmill once wrote that will cover off and all that sort of stuff. I'm not exactly sure whether you can still get a copy, but if you can get your hands on one, I'm sure Rob will happily autograph that one for you if you do have a copy yourself. But it is giving me great pleasure to announce that the winner of the James Wilson Trainers Award for the 14th time with a wonderful season, 23 wins from Emsley Lodge, Jamie Edwards.
Leaders, look at it go. Off it goes for an effortless win in a canter. Prince Ziggy in the middle has gone to him though. The Tasco Petroleum. Think big classic. He'll win in a canter, Ziggy. He's a beautiful horse.
So a wonderful season for Emsley Lodge, Jamie having another wonderful year, some great horses in work, and of course reaping the rewards of plenty of hard work out there on the property. Now, of course, we've spoke to Josh a little bit earlier about the Owners Award. Now we talk to Jamie Edwards.
Yeah, thanks for that, Kingy. Thank you very much to the Thoroughbred Club of Geelong for the Premier Geelong Trainers Award again. We've won this award quite a few times, and very, very proud of our stable that we've been able to do it. I was having a good think about this and what does this award mean to us. It's a real acknowledgement for a country stable like ours. The couple of very big stables are now training here in Geelong, and they've got probably twice as many horses in work than what we have. And for us to still be able to, one, be competitive with these sort of large stables, never mind to be able to come out on top at the end of the season is a real achievement. I'd first of all like to really thank my hard-working staff. People see the glamorous side of racing, but they don't see the real hard slog in the middle of winter, freezing cold, and they're tending for their horses, and they go about it without whinging or complaining at all. It's not so much, you know what, it's probably not it's not a thank you, it's more of a congratulations for a really good job well done. I'd like to thank Rob Windmill, who does our weekly video and does all our media stuff. Rob's an absolute professional and turns out a fantastic product for us and adds so much to our stable. I'd like to really congratulate all our owners who have supported us this year. We're very, very lucky. We've got a lot of long-term local clients who really support our stable and back our stable. And without them, obviously, we wouldn't have the quality horse that we have. Last of all, I'd really like to thank my wife and my two sons. Janet does so much behind the scenes, and everybody knows she's a very good winner and can drink champagne as good as anybody with everyone else, and is always on the end of a phone call to help out. The two boys, James and Darby, or Big Jobs as everyone calls him, the boys work tirelessly, and they're doing a great job for two young boys coming through a very strong stable. I think they're doing a wonderful job. So thank you very much to everybody involved, and looking forward to being back next year.
Ladies and gentlemen, time for the big award of the night. It, of course, is the 2021 Geelong Racehorse of the Year, proudly presented to you by Buxton and, of course, the Thoroughbred Club of Geelong for 25 years, bringing you the Geelong Racehorse of the Year. And I tell you what, there might only be three finalists, but they are absolute quality, all three of them. This year's three finalists are Media Award, The Astrologist, and Zoo Dancer.
Media Award has got 2.5 lengths up its sleeve. Ollie took a big look over his shoulder. He did it again, and he's won by 1.5 lengths.
Media Award, Ripperita. They sweep up to hit Cirilio Miss, who's fighting strongly the rail. Ecumenical. Media Award, personal late. Media Award's in front. Media Award. It's hers to savour the Australasian Oaks.
The 200 metres, the Astrologist went for home. The Astrologist 3 lengths in front of Fundraiser, Aero, Speed and V Chanson. And the Astrologist is going to be far too good for Craig Williams. Bolts in. The Astrologist needs the line. Wild Vixen coming out after it. The Astrologist and Wild Vixen. Wild Vixen gets its head in front. The Astrologist comes back. Photo. The Astrologist. Zoo Dancer 2.5 lengths in front of Sensationalisation, Thunder Peak and Dance to Dubai, who whacks away. But Zoo Dancer is going well, led by 1 3/4 lengths, and Zoo Dancer won it well. 250 Hands and Heels, 2.5, 3 lengths Personal Star, Rel Island Joy, and then Thunder Peak. But it's Zoo Dancer, and Zoo Dancer is going to trot in. Impressive. Zoo Dancer won it 5 lengths.
Well, what wonderful seasons from all three horses, as you saw in the vision, and of course some very tough decisions to be made by the judges. And before we throw to Ben Riddle from Buxton to announce our winner for 2021, let's go through the judges for this year. And we thank for their time RVL Chief Handicapper Greg Carpenter, from Racing.com Andrew Eddy, Australia's leading race caller Matt Hill, RVL Steward James Hitchcock, Managing Editor of Best Bets and Winning Post Tony Kneebone, Geelong Advertiser racing rider Toby Prime, RVL steward Ray Livingston, retired leading race caller Greg Miles, and the Age Chief racing rider Damien Ratcliffe. So without any further ado, it's time now for Ben Riddle to announce the winner of the 2021 Geelong Racehorse of the Year.
Thanks very much, Kingy, and on behalf of Buxton Real Estate, it's my great honour and privilege to present the 2021 Racehorse of the Year Award. The trophy, here it is. And more importantly, the winner for 2021 is Media Award, trained by Chris Kelthorpe.
Thank you, Ben, and congratulations to Media Award and all its connections, but especially to trainer Chris Calthorpe. And I think maybe in the end, winning a Group 1 at the Australasian Oaks might have just tipped the judges over the line. What a wonderful achievement by Chris Calthorpe. First time he'd ever saddled up a Group 1 runner, and he comes away with victory. Well, what's next for Media Award? We caught up with Chris Calthorpe out of his stables, along with Media Award, for a chat.
Yeah, thank you very much for the honour of being, or this little girl here being awarded Geelong's Racehorse of the Year. First of all, I'd like to thank my staff, who are, tireless workers at our stable, and we wouldn't have got to where we were today without all their help. Bernie, Calvin, Niall, who rides to work every morning, Shannon, and there's a couple others I can't remember at the top of my head, but they'll, thank you to everyone. Obviously, it's a great thrill and a great honour to be named, or for her to be named the Racehorse of the Year. She started off just on 18 months ago as a maiden at Wangaratta, and 6 starts later she developed into a Group 1 horse, and we're very proud of everything she's achieved. She's been a great acquisition to the stable. She's shown from day one that she had a bit of ability, but not to the heights we thought we'd get. Obviously we had a plan of getting to the Australasian Oaks, and a bit of a pipe dream, but each time we asked her to step up, she stepped up, and she done us proud all along the way, and we put a lot of faith in her, and she done the stable and she done her owners proud. I'd like to thank my owners, Mark Arrowsmith, who bought her as a yearling, Andrew Vinicombe, who manages both Harry Mack Syndicate and the Levy Panther Stars Syndicate, the football and netball club there. They're a great group of owners. A lot of them are first-time owners to the stable. A lot of them first-time owners into the horse. So they've had a wow of a time. Obviously, all the jocks that have rode a race day. Obviously, Damien Thornton, Damien Oliver, Luke Nolan, who got the ride at the big dance, and there's a lot of people to thank along the way. Our vets. We've got a Christian who does all the back work on her, Dave, our farrier, and it just goes to show that a little stable out of Geelong, where we've probably got 10, 12 horses in work, just shows that smaller stables with the right work ethic and the right horse can get a result. So and I'd like to thank her, this little darling here. She's as you can see, she's just standing like a statue. She's enjoying every bit of limelight that's thrown at her. We're gonna ask more of her in the spring, and then hopefully ask more of her in the autumn. So hopefully it's not her first and last Geelong Horse of the Year award. So we've got a bit of an ambitious plan for her set out in the spring, and then hopefully that comes off, and I know she'll do us proud because she gives us 110% every time, and she's just one of those horses that just loves being in a stable environment, loves being racing, just loves everything about life. So hopefully she can keep stepping up and not only do myself and my stable staff and all our owners proud, but represent Geelong and put Geelong back up on where it should be as a training centre, and representing trainers that train out of Geelong. So, and finally, I'd just like to thank the Thoroughbred Club of Geelong and BUXTON Real Estate for their sponsorship. Obviously, we can't be there tonight due to COVID, but I've been to a few of these dues before, and they're great nights, and Rob and his staff do a good job, and everyone gets here and celebrates the racing year and has a good night. So hopefully this time next year we'll all be sitting there, and you never know, we could be celebrating a dual winner. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thanks, Chris. Congratulations, and we look forward to seeing what's next for Media Award. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, it hasn't been the night that we'd hoped to have, and that's all together in a room together as part of a racing family. But fingers crossed, 2022 means we can do it all again. Now, of course, the Thoroughbred Club of Geelong is a group of like-minded people who love their racing, and you can be involved as well. Just hit up Thoroughbred Club of Geelong on Facebook for more details. Find out how you can become a member and also be involved in racing some horses as well. We've had a little bit of success this year, a couple of horses running around. Who would have thought for Vin Milady, and of course La Spezia with Jamie Edwards, and both have been tracking okay and about to get back into work. So if you'd like to be a part of it, feel free to hit up up our Facebook page for more information on how you can join the Thoroughbred Club of Geelong. Thank you to Buxton once again for their wonderful support of the Geelong Racehorse of the Year Awards. Third year they've continued to support us, even in these trying times. They haven't jumped off. They've really jumped on and pulled the whip out at the 400 and got things kicking along. So we really appreciate Ben and his support. And of course, tonight's little put together production doesn't happen without the work of our wonderful president, Rob Windmill. He's the driver of this evening, as he has been for a quarter of a century, and this video is testament to the work that he does. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope to be back together very, very soon as a racing family, hopefully at the races, and hopefully also doing this live in 2022 as part of the Thoroughbred Club of Geelong Racehorse of the Year Awards. Wherever you are, stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you soon.